How you doing, baseball fans? John Arezzi here with Gibby. John Gibbons. Jay season is over. They lose 2-0 today, getting swept by the Minnesota Twins. Questionable pitching decision in the beginning. Gibby, what's your take on what happened today?
Well, it's frustrating to Blue Jays Nation. It was even more frustrating to the guys on the team. They busted their butt all season. They got into the playoffs and basically got shut down. Now we can't you can't take away from the Minnesota Twins either. They pitch really well. They got a good team. They won their division. But I don't think anybody saw this coming. So that's the frustrating part. But nobody feels it worse than those guys in the clubhouse. And a lot of good things happened this year, but it was a frustrating year, in a lot of ways. As far as the pitching changes, you know what? I've been in that seat. You know what? I've made a lot of bonehead pitching decisions, made some good ones and what have you. I don't think anybody really necessarily understood it. It might have been the game plan going in because they kept Kikuchi. They wanted to bring him in to pitch the middle of the game, I assume. I couldn't tell you like that to be exact. The bottom line though, they didn't score. It got shut down. So but that's baseball. That's the beauty. I've been in that seat. You know what? And you go back and you critique everything you do. You go over it and you learn from it. And sometimes your best moves backfire, and sometimes your worst moves come out smelling like a rose. That's kind of the beauty of baseball. But you know what? They'll be back next year, and there'll be another good team out there to put on the field. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, just a quick question to you about the offense. Like you said, you can't win if you don't score runs, and they left 18 runners on base, 9 yesterday, 9 today. So it just seemed like that was an ongoing issue all season long, not getting the clutch hit. So the offense certainly didn't perform.
Yeah, I mean, that's the bottom line. There was a lot of good performances throughout the year. The bottom line though, you got to get in the playoffs, and they were able to do that. But you know what? They didn't have enough firepower, on the offensive side of it. And going in, everybody liked the team the way it was. Everybody was picking them. It's never that easy. I've been in that situation myself. But yeah, that's where the finger will be pointed at the offense. But they also had some pretty good years and some really good performances too. So, hey, that's baseball, as they say. No crying in baseball either, man. Let's go, boys. Let's go, everybody. Suck it
No
up.
crying. No crying in baseball for sure. Well, we're going to do a deep dive on this series and the Jays 2023 as we now look forward to 2024 on next week's podcast. Gibby, always good to talk to you. Wish it was under better circumstances today, but we'll talk to you on the podcast next week. Until that time, this is John Arezzi and John Gibbons for The Gibby Show.